Hello and welcome my friends to my YouTube channel, philippospan. Weekly tips and tricks on how to work with Microsoft Office applications. Today's video will be about Microsoft Word.
How to add the signature line in a Microsoft Word document. In a previous video of mine, I demonstrated how to add our handwritten signature that we have scanned in our document. On the other hand, we can also insert a signature line in our paper documentation, where once the line is added in a Word document, the author of the document can provide information about the signer and instructions that has got to do with the signer. I have created a Microsoft Word document that contains a lot of pages, and I want to add a signature line to it so the recipients will have some information about the author. I place my cursor at the location of where I want the signature line to be inserted, and which in this case is at the end of the document. Then I select the Insert tab and locate the area at the far right of the ribbon named Text. In the text area is located the command signature line where we can insert a signature line that specifies the individual who must sign. Inserting a digital signature requires that you obtain a digital ID, such as one from a certified Microsoft partner. Once we select the signature line command, the drop-down menu appears where we can select either Microsoft Office Signature Line or Add Signature Services. For my example, I will select Microsoft Office Signature Line. Once we select the Microsoft Office Signature Line, the Signature Setup dialog box appears where we must fill in the appropriate fields. The fields are Suggested Signer, for example, John Doe. Suggested Signer's Title, for example, Manager. Suggested Signer Email Address. Instructions to the signer. Before signing this document, verify that the content you are signing is correct. We can then activate the checkboxes at the left of the commands. Allow the signer to add comments in the sign dialog and show sign date in signature line. Once we have filled in all the appropriate information, we press the OK button. I have pressed the OK button on the Signature Setup dialog box and the signature line has been inserted in the Word document at the place that my cursor was. It doesn't display that much information at the current time, but if we double-click on the signature line, the Sign dialog box will appear. In the Sign dialog box, we are notified that before signing this document, verify that the content we are signing is correct. We then can fill and edit the following fields. Type your name below, or select image to select a picture to use as your signature. Commitment type. Purpose for signing this document. To include information about the signer, click the Details button. And by pressing the Change button, we can change the signing as certificate. I have selected my logo as my signature by using the Select Image command. In the commitment type field, I have opened the drop-down menu where we can either select created and approved this document, approved this document, create this document. If we select the Details button, the Additional Signing Information dialog box will appear where we can fill in more personal fields. If we select the Change button, the Windows Security dialog box will appear where we can select a different certificate. If we press the OK button to change the certificate, an informational dialog box will appear mentioning that our signature has been successfully saved with this document. If the document is changed, your signature will be invalid. We just press the OK button to proceed. Once we have finished with all the adjustments and returned to our document, our signature line has been inserted successfully. At the top of the Word document, we are notified that the document is marked as final. An author has marked this document as final to discourage editing. If we need to edit the document, we must press the Edit button to continue. By doing so, the signature line will become invalid and we will have to do the same procedure again.
Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw in this video, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, head down to the comment section and let me know.
Be wise and subscribe.